Hey guys, I'm Abby and LORIEN'S my dog! That's gonna be my new intro, guys, because there's a lot of confusion around LORIEN and who she is and who I am. But anyway, today I am going to be sharing my pen collection with you. Now this isn't going to be a very kind of informative video, it's just me kind of going through my pens so I could see what I had and also you can see what I have. So I'm just going to go through each set here. First we're starting off with the Pilot Juice pens, and these are gel pens. I like them a lot. This is the 0.28 and I lied, it's 0.38. I don't remember these things. And I have a lot of colors. And I like these a lot. These may be one of my current favorites. Here I have the Juice Metallics. Now I have the Disney design ones, but I also have the basic ones because I got them to compare. I was like, are these the same? And so the plain ones I'm sending to my friend because they indeed are the same. And these are 0.5 millimeter, I believe, and I like these. They write very smoothly and there is just a little bit of shine to them. It's not, too much. And of course, here are the colors that they come in: pink, violet, blue, green, gold, and silver. Silver is a little hard to see, but if you use it on black paper, it comes out very nicely. Next, I have the Juice. I think they're just called the Pastels. This is also the Disney design. It's a Monsters Inc. design that I got at Tokyo Disney, and here are the plain ones. Again, the exact same pens, and I think I paid double for them at Disney. You know how that goes. But anyway, I am swatching this one as well. It is a 0.5 now. I prefer very, very skinny pens. I like 0.3, 0.28. The highest I can go is 0.5 because otherwise my handwriting just looks atrocious. And even with the skinny pens, it doesn't look that great. Anyway, here are all the colors. Obviously, you can't see the white. Anyway, we're moving on to the Sarasa Vintage, and these are pretty new. They came out last year, I believe, but they have already come out with a second set, so there are 10 colors total. I still haven't seen the second set in stores yet, so not sure when the release is, but I'm excited for them. Now, these write very smoothly. I mean, Sarasa, I think it comes from Sarasara, which basically means smooth. So I must say that I like these. The ink is a little bit more flowy than I would like, but if you're looking for a bold ink, but still skinny, I think this is good. Now I have the Sarasa Neon. I think these are 0.5 as well, and I really love the purple. It's the prettiest. Not a huge neon person, but the Sarasa colors are very vibrant, and I think that, though I haven't really compared them, they are probably one of my favorite neon sets. Next we have the Sarasa Metallic, and I have these because these are 1.0, so they're a little bit thicker than the Juice ones, and I just like to collect and compare pens in general, so that's why I have so many of similar types of pens. This one also is very smooth. Again, it's a thicker tip, so I probably won't use them as much, but they do have very nice color. And it's a metallic set that comes with 10 pens, I believe. Is that 10? I can't count. Either 8 or 10, but it's a very nice set. And next I have the Sarasa, they're called the Milk, it's the Pastel, and I like these better than the Juice ones, I think, because it comes with more colors, and I think the colors are a little more bold. And while Pastel, you want them to be soft, you don't want them to be too faded that you can't see them. And these are 0.5 as well. The one thing I do like about the Juice that I don't actually have yet, but they have a 0.38 set. They have a skinnier tip, a finer tip for their pastels that they just came out with called Juice Up, and I want to check those out in the near future, but for now, that's my favorite. And now I have a full set of Sarasa 0.3 pens, and I have the 0.5 pens here because I wanted to compare them. I think I actually bought the 0.5 by mistake, and I was like, oh, I didn't realize they had a finer tip, so then I repurchased the 0.3. Is it 0.38? I can't remember. But anyway, I have the full set of the finer tip, and I love these so much. Comes with 20 colors. Now, I bought 10 as a set, but the remaining 10 you kind of have to go to the store and pick and choose because they don't come in the set. I don't know why. The 0.5 has a set of 20, but they don't with the 0.3. I think anything below 0.5 isn't as popular, which, fair enough. I know a lot of people like a thicker pen, so, sure. Anyway, next we're moving on to my current actual favorite. This is the Signo, and this is by Uni-ball, which is Mitsubishi, I believe, and this is 0.28, super fine tip, and I love the colors, and this pen is a little scratchy, so if that bothers you, you might not like this, but I just really like the way it writes. The Sarasas are really nice, but for my handwriting to look nice, I have to write very precisely, and then sometimes the Sarasa pens are a little bit too inky, flowy for me. Speaking of flowy pens, these dual metallic pens are super inky, but they're very pretty. It's, as the name says, dual, so there is a shine to them. It's 2 colors, so it has the ink color and then a pigment of some sort. And apparently these were not sold in Japan for the longest time. They were I don't think US exclusive, but overseas exclusive. And even though Pentel is a Japanese brand, we didn't have them here, but they released them last year, and I can't keep up. These are the Ballsign pens, or outside of Japan, they are called Jelly Roll. I'm sure all of you have had a Jelly Roll pen at least once in your life, and I know a lot of people hate on Jelly Roll. They don't work well, they clog, and etc., etc. But I don't know, I grew up with these, so there is a touch of nostalgia in my need to collect these, but I actually really like the glitter pens. The normal gel pens are kind of whatever. It's a 0.6 tip, as you saw earlier, but these, I haven't really seen these from any other brand, a really nice glitter pen. And of course they have multiple ones. I guess this could be considered their metallic. It's called the Kirara here, and in English, I can't remember what it's called. They have different names for some reason. They sell most of these overseas. They just have different names, and you guys actually have more colors than we do for some reason. I don't know, maybe they're more popular overseas, and I really don't know. This is the Fuchirodu. Again, I can't remember the names outside of Japan, but this used to be one of my favorites when I was younger because you can erase it and have a pop of color. Now this was so fun to me. I would write letters to my friends with these and then like erase half of it, so it would look like stripey and cool. So this is the silver version, and this is what I grew up with. Now apparently there is a gold version, and these are new to me. I don't know if it's just my set or if this is how the Luxue, is what those gold pens are called here, is like, but it's very sticky. You have to write very slowly and precisely, or it gets like stringy ink all over the paper, which is kind of gross. These can also be erased, so you get like the dual tone. And then finally, well, I don't know if it's finally, we have the Souffle pens, which I think are called the same in outside of Japan. I don't know, but these are, they're not puffy, but they're a little more 3D than the other pens. They dry sort of translucent. On paper, the colors aren't that pretty, but if you are writing on like plastic or I don't know what else, but they come out really nicely. Now we're moving on to my POSCA pens. This is from the Do POSCA series, and they are skinny POSCA pens, but apparently they have discontinued this line, and they just have them as POSCA, and the pastel ones are called like natural POSCA. POSCA is how we say it in Japan. I get confused because I'm like, which way do I say it? But here is the pastel one. The previous one was the glitter one, and they also have glitter pens now from like the normal POSCA series. I don't know, but yeah, I haven't tried those out yet, and I actually don't own any other POSCA pens, so that's, I think, a future video maybe, trying all POSCA pens. And finally, again I said finally, I don't know if it's finally, I have my Mildliners here, and these are highlighters, but as the name says, they are mild, so they're a little bit more faded, and recently they just came out with 2 new sets, so 10 new colors, and I grabbed those. Apparently 5 of them were released outside of Japan again. I don't know why they do that. These are all Japanese brands, so I feel like we should have them here. Anyway, I have the Stabilo. I can't say, I'm sorry, I'm butchering it. I have the highlighters, I have the Cool Swing, was it? The skinny ones, and the Boss. And I kind of didn't know they were the exact same colors, but that's okay, because they are different thicknesses, as you can see here. Now these are super vibrant. I absolutely love them. They are very pretty. And I think this is the actual finally. Here are my Mackey markers. They're permanent ink markers, and I would say like every Japanese home has a set of these. The colors are very pretty, but they do bleed through the page, so you kind of have to be careful what you use them on. I think it should be like on thicker papers, cardstock, construction paper. And here are the other highlighters. These didn't bleed as much. The Mildliners, of course, unless you go over them multiple times, won't bleed because they're very mild. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!